the 2K Sports pregame show.
The Statue of Liberty beckoning brightly, a landmark feature here in New York City. Live from New York at the home of the Knicks, it's the NBA. The New York Knicks come into this one after a win against the Sharks. Hornets. And there wasn't much question as to how that game was going to turn out. They absolutely put the hammer down on them.
Their percentage from long range in that game was off the charts. It seemed like anytime the fans got a little hostile, they just started to take it up a notch from beyond.
The bombs were really falling, weren't they? I mean, great shooting, especially when you consider it was on the road.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. Jackson is out there with Kyrie Irving. And it's Thompson in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now, here is Irving. James outside, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Irving. Now it's ended down to Doris Burke, who was able to talk with head coach Toronto.
And really, he epitomizes what a point guard should be. I mean, his skill as a passer might actually be matched by that creativity he shows around the rim.
Well, judging by that jam, Greg, I'd say you're absolutely right.
Boy, that's a nice surge for them just when they needed it in a game that was so tight.
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action.
Boy, for the Knicks last season, saying it was rough is an understatement. There was a lot of turbulence, and some of it was due to their defense. They just had a difficult time stringing together stops and cutting down opponent scoring chances.
It's a pick by Love. Irving can't hit.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense. It's been a very efficient first quarter for him. He's creating good opportunities and converting those that he creates.
Love outside. 6 to shoot. Got a piece of it. To the paint. It's tipped and stolen by Love. And here we go. Fast break. James has got it.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and you'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
Kyrie Irving may be the best ball handler in the league. There are a lot of guys with a good handle. He is definitely in the top 5. If not, he's got to be in the conversation.
And arguably the most talented player at his position. I mean, he can get wherever he wants to on the court. He's athletic, an unbelievable finisher as well. I think that's something that oftentimes gets underrated. Maybe the best finisher in the game.
Agreed. Now, here is Irving. He's coming off a 13-point game against Utah. Down low. It's deflected. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Such a wide-open look. 8 points for Johnson.
And, you know, Kyrie Irving really ambidextrous as a ball handler because you can't play him to one side, and he's ambidextrous as a finisher, too. He's so creative and crafty. Terrific at the rim with both hands.
Now, here's Clarkson. Following the miss by Kyrie Irving. And the dunk by Lopez.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And, Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
And one thing about Irving's ball handling, he does a great job of protecting the ball. A very low rate of turnovers for a player as aggressive as he is on the bounce.
And it's Speedy with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Already his second foul. He's in danger of getting into serious foul trouble early in this game.
Jackson has the open look. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. And that's now 8 points for Easy Breezy. Clarkson kicks to Johnson. Pass to Clarkson. Johnson the screen. Clarkson dishes to Anthony. Shot off the pick. And the rejection by James. And he recovers it. The offensive rebound. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
And with a moment, let's check out the stats for James. Coming off a terrific season. Averaged 25 points per game last season. 7 assists and 6 rebounds. And no secret, he can score the ball. #1 on the team last year.
And, you know, he likes being the go-to guy. You can see it in his swagger. And, boy, he sure lit it up last season.
The Cavaliers trail by 3. Outside Irving. The feed now to Jackson. Johnson with the block. And that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession. Love outside. Just 5 to shoot. And on the way from Irving for 3. Good. And that ties it up.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Now, here's Clarkson. He picked up 30 points in their last win against the Hornets in Charlotte.
And defensively, guys, he was just all over the place, forcing turnovers and applying terrific ball pressure. And, you know, it's one thing to get the offensive rebound, but then how about the loud bucket he's able to convert?
He was in perfect position under the hoop, Greg. You're right. Once he gets his hands on the miss.
That's exactly why it's important to work hard on the offensive glass, fellas, for chances just like that. Boy, Kevin, what a sweet stroke from LeBron that trip.
The Knicks have gone 7 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. Clarkson passes to Johnson. To the inside. And the powerful one-handed slam.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. I mean, so often when a team gets that kind of explosive play out of its backcourt, that can really rally and galvanize the whole squad.
The drive by James. The rebound by Johnson. The Knicks with the lead. Kicks it to Lopez. And there's the call on Easy Breezy. That is his first foul of the game.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, Greg, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
Johnson from outside. Here's Clarkson out to Anthony. Launches it. And that one's good. Anthony's got his first 3 points of the game.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Cavs were poised to make a huge run last year in the playoffs. Swept the Celtics in the first round, but it cost them.
Yeah, and even though they did get that sweep, they lose Kevin Love for the rest of the way, and that put a big hurdle in their quest for the title.
The Knicks leading by 3. Johnson the screen. Here's Clarkson. The shot misses. Good D by Thompson. Cleveland's gone 3 of 4 on three-pointers in the first quarter, doing well from long range. Love outside. LeBron against Lopez. Here's Thompson. Oh, took the contact and tried to throw it down over the top, but instead he'll shoot free throws.
You know, the Cavs last season won a bunch of games, but they had to fight for a lot of them. They often would fall behind early or dig a big hole and have to fight their way out of it.
Good on the second free throw. You mentioned, GA, the Cavs and their comebacks. They actually overcame double-digit deficits for 13 of their 53 wins last year.
Yeah, and Kevin, I remember their biggest one being a comeback after being down 17 points. I mean, but when you have the star power that the Cavs have, no comeback is out of the question. You're just never safe against this team.
.52 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Pass to Porzingis. From outside the arc, the Cavaliers pull it in. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
And offensively, everything they did seemed to just come together beautifully. They threw a lot of things at the wall, and most of it stuck.
Yeah, it did stick in high-quality fashion, too. I mean, a multifaceted approach like that takes a really sophisticated, locked-in defense to stop it. That certainly wasn't the case that day.
And they take the lead. And that's now 10 points for Easy Breezy.
He is just tearing it up this quarter. That lead's not going anywhere while he's this hot.
Johnson kicks to Lopez to stop the run. Thompson with the rebound.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds. And they look strong here in the early going.
Stolen by Jackson. And pushing it up is Cleveland. The Cavaliers again in transition. Oh, and it's off. They can't cash in on the break. Offense, the order of the day is the first. And we got a chance to hear from LeBron James about the hard work and preparation he brings into every game. I think you'd have to say the preparation really shows on the court in his play, and rarely does he look surprised out there or caught off guard.
And Kevin, that's really just the mark of a total pro. And I don't think oftentimes the fans appreciate how much goes in terms of preparation. Some guys get it and some guys don't, but he's a perfect example of what proper preparation means in terms of preventing a poor performance.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And taking a look at the Cavaliers' performance here, what do you guys see?
It's been about the effort. Love the hustle they've shown here in the first.
Yeah, it's due to their hustle, as you said, Greg, and it's showing up on the scoreboard, too.
On the floor for Cleveland, getting going here in the second. LeBron and Thompson are up front. Irving is out there with Jackson, and it's Smith in at the small forward position.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Well, LeBron James, long considered the greatest player in the league. He's got some competition now, though. Kevin Durant, Anthony Davis, Steph Curry, James Harden, all playing well last year. But for my money, there's no better player in the league than King James.
Well, Clark, you look at LeBron's career averages right now around 27, 7 and 7. Hard to argue at this time he's not the best player in the league.
Well, you know, he might not always win the MVP award, Kevin, but that doesn't really matter. I think he's the most feared player in the league, and he proved he can carry a team in last season's NBA Finals. Clearly one of the all-time greats.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Time-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, that's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt. Here's James following the score by New York. The shot's good from Irving.
Boy, you got to love that assist by LeBron.
Knicks trail by 5. And here's Johnson outside. Johnson missing again.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Lets it fly. And the Cavaliers getting another bucket right there.
He's got some serious momentum going right now. He's been great all day. Even last game, he was on fire.
And Tristan Thompson gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
Channing Frye's checked in for Thompson. Now here's Johnson. He's got 10, just 5 to shoot. Lets it go with a 3. And it's Johnson again missing. The drive by Jackson. The second chance effort. Smith's shot is good. And now it's a 9-point Cleveland lead.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
They're all about imposing your will offensively. Getting exactly the kind of looks their coach drew up.
James kicks to Jackson. Feeds it to Irving.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had early.
Cleveland leading by 6. Well, nobody said, Greg, being in the NBA was for the faint of heart. The Knicks in a few short years have gone from a playoff team, unfortunately, to the worst team in the NBA.
Hard to fathom, Kevin, that the Knicks did enter last season with playoff aspirations, but that quickly vanished. They were just completely overmatched and overwhelmed. And
so here's Cleveland. The Knicks making the shot. The drive by James. And here's Frye from the arc. Good, and the assist goes to James. Frye's got the lead up to 9 now for the Cavs. Clarkson with the ball. Now Smith defending. Johnson against LeBron. Anthony dishes to Clarkson. 6 to shoot. Johnson the screen. The 3. The shot by Clarkson, no good. Cleveland's gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight. There's the basket and make it a double-digit lead. 6 points for Smith.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Yeah, the defense is all about disrupting timing and spacing, and what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
The Knicks have converted 1 or 2 free throws so far today.
Talk about complete control. Everything working in this one. For Speedy, he has 12 points and 2 blocks.
And we really just need to take a second to appreciate the all-around effort he's put out there today.
Well, the numbers paint the picture, and he has been what we call in my vernacular, you know where I'm going here, guys, stat sheet stuffer supreme.
Oh, supreme. So that takes it to a whole another level when you get supreme in terms of your stat sheet.
Kelloggese, right?
Yes.
Kelloggese. Here's LeBron following the score by New York. Screen by Smith. James kicks to Smith. The putback. The offensive rebound.
Look at the big fella working on that possession. He knows how to fend guys off and get those rebounds.
Here's Clarkson. And Lopez throws it down.
And that's a huge play. I mean, they need more like it because second chance points are going to be key in this game.
Probably so. That's usually a crucial element to any comeback.
Yeah, and if you look at it, had they been converting those second chances all along instead of waiting until now, who knows?
Now here is Smith. He has 6. And it's LeBron missing. From deep, Johnson cannot hit. Cavaliers go the other way with it. They've led by as many as 11 points.
I think it's going to be tough for them to trim this deficit if he keeps missing those kinds of shots, Kevin. I mean, they need his points. Well, I like the way he orchestrated in tight that time, fellas.
And it's not often that one of your enforcers is also one of your best three-point shooters. But such is the case with J.R. Smith. Everywhere he's gone, he's played both roles. Sometimes to the team's benefit, but others to its detriment.
Well, Greg, on the topic of Smith, you never know what his personality is going to bring to the game, or Clark, even the moment.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Moment to moment, it's an adventure. When the good JR is rolling, he's knocking down threes, playing solid D, creating havoc for the opponent. Bad JR is taking and missing wild shots, going to sleep on defense, and causing problems for his own team.
And that gets him going here in the second after hitting 2 from long range in that first.
The drive by James, and Anthony sends it back. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Anthony. James kicks to Dellavedova. Count that one. Dellavedova's got 5 points now in the quarter.
They ran that inbounds play perfectly there to get the quick hitter.
Johnson for 3. And stolen by Love. 1:07 left now here in the second. He dishes it to Dellavedova. No good from outside. Knicks trail by 5. Johnson up top, covered by LeBron. Clarkson passes to Johnson. Now, here's Clarkson, guarded by Jackson. Just 4 to shoot. Clarkson dishes to Johnson. Johnson missing again.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going. Boy, I tell you what, guys, he's an extremely strong finisher. I'm surprised he wasn't able to power that through the defense.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution.
Anthony against James to the right side. Dellavedova from outside. The shot, no good. Lopez. No good on the buzzer beater. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that is...
Hi, Kevin.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody, to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Hope you've been enjoying the excitement so far. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. The first quarter for the Cavaliers was fairly even. At the end of the period, they held a 4-point lead. They didn't stop fighting in the second quarter as they maintained. All right, that is going to wrap up our halftime report as
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far.
Talk about some great numbers for Jackson. 18 points, and he's got 2 baskets from out in three-point land.
And I'm sure they'd like to get a few more of those out of him.
We've got Anthony. Porzingis is out there with Robin Lopez. Then it's Johnson, and it's Clarkson in at the 1 spot. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. Now, here is Irving. He kicks to Love. Lets the 3 fly. Knicks with the rebound. Johnson's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
I mean, the Knicks were bad last year, and it became evident early on. As the season grew older, more and more of their national coverage games were being pulled.
Irving attacking, and some very quick points for him on that possession. Irving's got the game tied up here for the Cavs. New York shooting 49% on the game. They'll take that. Here's Johnson. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
And it's strange to think that early last year, all the talk in the media was about the in-house fighting on the Cavs. Goes to show just how much better things are for a team when they're winning.
Well, as rough as the Cavs might have started the season, Clark, they were all at peace near the end. Things turned around certainly after the All-Star break. Had their amazing playoff run, great momentum, and that confidence showed every game they played.
Really did, and I thought the big three found a way to come together nicely and smooth out the rough spots, and James, Irvin, and Love ended up being the highest scoring trio in the league last year.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
The screen from Thompson. Stolen by Clarkson. He lobs it up. Nice shot by Porzingis. Now it's a 4-point Knicks lead.
They are on fire right now. That's 4 straight makes.
Outside Irving. Fires for 3. And Thompson throws it down. Here's Johnson. 22 points for him. Johnson double teamed. Here's Porzingis. Here's Clarkson. And the rejection by LeBron. But they'll get another chance. Back to Johnson. Tries yet again. Rebound Love.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
3-pointer. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. LeBron's got his 8th assist here tonight.
And when you've got a big man who can shoot from distance like that, what a huge advantage. And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there. How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
J.R. Smith's checked in for Cleveland. Irving attacking. Can't make good off the screen.
High quality shot, just a little off there with the release.
And Greg, that has him S-H-H-E, shaking his head. Tough miss that time. Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
Now here's Johnson. Inside. They double him with Irving. Johnson in the corner. The tray. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Thompson's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
Kyrie Irving made his first playoff appearance last season with the Cavs, and individually, he's got a big $90 million max extension as well. He's in a really good spot in his career at this point.
And speaking of Irving's star status, last season a signature shoe in his name. I see, in fact, that you and Clark are wearing him tonight. That's always a big deal.
That's an elite club to be in. Only the true superstars get that kind of status. He's certainly got the flash to go with the substance.
They get it back, and the dunk by Love. Knicks trail by 7. Here's Johnson. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
No slowing him down, just some incredible numbers for Johnson. He has 9 rebounds, and he's drained 4 3-pointers here as well.
And with more to come, it wouldn't hurt to keep getting him the basketball.
Kyle O'Quinn is checked in for the Knicks. And Cleveland with a change here, too. Shumpert's checked in.
And for Kevin Love last season, he didn't want to be called a stretch four, but the numbers suggest he was exactly that. Nearly 1 out of every 2 shots he took was from 3, a much higher ratio than at any other time in his career.
The drive by Lopez.
And a chance here to check out some stats on Kevin Love. He had a strong showing last season. He was around 16 points a game, 9 rebounds, and 2 assists. Guys, he's a difference maker off the bench. Steps into that front court and more than holds his own.
His willingness to bang down low, move opponents off the block, those are valuable contributions.
Irving for 3. Another 3 for Cleveland. As Greg was talking about Clark, back to Love, it wasn't his choice to camp out from 3 last year. It was designed that way to create operating space for both LeBron and Kyrie.
Yeah, and you think about it, it's hard to ask a successful post player not to play to his strengths, but Love made the sacrifice, and I don't think he gets enough credit for that, Kevin.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
Irving's shot is good.
A very hot shooting second half has seen them bring that field goal percentage way up.
Yeah, and they're cruising right now, looking to add to the lead.
Rising up and hammering it home. That could be just what they need to pick their energy up.
Wow, it definitely got the guys on the bench on their feet. I'll say that for man. Oh, man, was that
And
fun.
no doubt about it, guys. That's one of those plays that will pick up his teammates. A lot of times, a play like that is just what you need to get the adrenaline flow for your team.
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play.
He had one in the first as well. He can be dangerous. Keep an eye on him.
17-foot shot on the way. He squares up and sinks it. Irving's got 15 points.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
From deep, Johnson. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got 6 rebounds in the game. Shumpert in the corner. Back to Smith. Beyond the arc. And another 3 for Cleveland.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
And it's Johnson penetrating. That's good. Johnson's got 13 points in just this quarter.
No matter what the score is, his attitude has been perfect. I love his disposition. He has stayed in attack mode.
Timeout called the Cavaliers. Cleveland with a very strong year last year. They were a very solid team on the road, as most LeBron-led teams are.
Yeah, he's a special guy in terms of how he can elevate other players. Didn't start out hot on the road, but eventually got it together and ended up 22-19 away from home.
And Cleveland making a change here. Dellavedova's checked in.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
Stolen by Clarkson. And here's the fast break. Shot is good, and the Cavaliers lead cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Johnson.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it? And back to the Cavs and their road play. Teams with a lot of new players coming in can struggle early. It's especially evident when playing on the road. And since halftime, he has been a different player.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Out to the right wing. Plays it up and banks it in.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out.
Irving with it. And it would have counted had it fallen. And as we conclude the third quarter, what a game. Neither team giving ground. Cleveland ahead, leading by just 2. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the fourth quarter. On the court for Cleveland, LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. Jackson is out there with Kyrie Irving. And it's Thompson in at the 5 down low. Love, no luck.
Oh, tight defense being played right there. Got right up on him and forced the miss.
Textbook work. Close enough to bother the shot. Good challenge, but disciplined enough to avoid too much contact.
And it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
Johnson against Jackson. On the wing, Johnson. Anthony in the corner. Johnson kicks to Clarkson. Clock at 6. Johnson's shot is off. The Cavaliers shooting 55% from the floor. They're feeling very confident offensively. Now, here is Irving. Defense is right there. James left side. Outside Jackson. Pulls it up. Johnson with the block. Here's Clarkson. That's in, coming off the assist from Johnson. And now a 3-point New York lead. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Knicks.
Contested shots and block shots. They're bread and butter defensively. They're giving up no easy looks.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
Now here's Johnson following the miss by Kyrie Irving. On deep. And the foul on Kyle O'Quinn. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, no doubt about that one with the over-the-back call.
Yeah, it looked like he wanted to take him for a ride right there. Easy call.
Stolen by Clarkson. Jumps up. Finishes the break with a slam.
Quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
And here they go. Offensive rebound. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle on a lot of contact there. That's on LeBron James. You know, it's apparent there what a leader he is. Always communicating it and keeping everyone on the floor in sync.
And, Kevin, that's such a good point. You know, it doesn't always show up in the box score, but those leadership qualities of his are just as valuable to this team as anything else that he does.
Now here's Love. He feeds it to Irving. Stolen by Clarkson. Here's Anthony. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
This is not a tough case to crack. I mean, if they want to put an end to this run, they'll need to start getting back on defense.
You know, you can't fall asleep in transition. Everybody needs to hightail it back to stop these fast break chances.
Now here's Jackson. Irving with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. Here's Jackson. Good, and the assist goes to James. James has got assist number 10 tonight with that last one.
And with that 3, his second of the half, he's equaled his total from before the break.
Here's Clarkson. Johnson outside. Stolen by Jackson. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Johnson against Jackson. Back to Johnson. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Johnson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And now both teams really in a groove.
This game already, guys, was high scoring, but they've really amped and ramped it up to another level down the stretch.
The Knicks rebound.
Nice job on the offensive glass.
Anthony in the corner. Goes up again. Shot's good by Clarkson. Clarkson's got 31.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting in the paint and keep scoring points. Keep it going.
Not a lot you can do as a defense when they keep getting the ball in the paint like this.
Knicks last season had a lot of problems here in Manhattan, and it showed all over the floor, Greg. And you've played for this team. You know what it's like to play basketball in New York. Not a good record for them at home last year.
How about finishing 10-31 here and playing in front of a sold-out crowd every night? And one thing about New York, they're going to let you know when they're displeased. Worst home record in the East and second worst home record in the league.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. I got a chance to hear what the Cavaliers head coach was saying to his team. He talked about their problems at the free throw line, but tried not to make too big a deal out of it. He said, listen, if we keep getting to the line, the ball will start going through the net. The important thing is keep getting there. Maybe that'll take a little pressure off them, guys.
Thanks again, Doris.
And, you know, for the Knicks, there were a lot of reasons why they were bad at home. Bottom 5 in field goal percentage, against at home field goal defense, and third worst field goal percentage at home in the league.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
And LeBron James gets it to go.
And really, once he got that steal, just really nothing the defense could do.
That's why turnovers are so costly, because in many cases, they're indefensible once possession changes hands.
And you know, commend the Knicks faithful. They still would sell this place out. And you have to give a shout out to the fans for sticking through what was a very difficult year. At least it has to get better.
Guys, he shot a very good percentage today, and they've needed it.
Johnson outside. And the serious dunk to finish it off.
Haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
LeBron outside. It's a pick by Love. Irving drives in, and again it's Cleveland.
How about that screen by Love? That was a wall.
Clark, if they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Amen. I think that's the best option.
Johnson for three. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. And Jackson throws it down. The rim rattler.
Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now.
That's straight up Showtime stuff right there, baby. Major highlight reel material. And maybe, you know, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes.
Now here's Johnson, and there's the call on Mr. Perfect. That is his first foul of the game.
They're obviously starting to lose some of their focus here, committing more and more turnovers as the game goes along. Not a good sign.
Timeout called the Cavaliers. They're trailing by 8. 1:11 left to play in the final quarter. Here's Love. Got a piece of it. And it's out of bounds. The Cavaliers able to retain possession here. Timeout called the Cavaliers. They're trailing by 8. 1:06 left to play here in the fourth. New York on D. LeBron left side. Irving with a clean look. It's rebounded by New York.
You know, they've been outstanding on the boards, and it's a big reason why they've got a lead. Doing the dirty work down low.
We call that a collabo because everybody's boxing out and making sure they secure the glass. And he's on his way to putting up a big three-point total.
Here's Jackson, and right through it goes. Jackson's got 33.
Kevin, he's been a bright spot in what's otherwise been a little bit of a struggle for this team.
From deep, Johnson. Shot is off. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
Well, the comeback hopes are out the window now. I think it's safe to say.
Yeah, it's a done deal. It's wrap time for this group.
Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. And now that's 35 points for Easy Breezy. Here's Clarkson. Here's Johnson. Puts up the baby hook. Porzingis passes to Clarkson. Second shot opportunity. And he overshot that one, missing.
And honestly, not real happy with the shot selection on that one.
Yeah, clearly a brain fade there. He's got to be a little smarter in his choice making.
And here's LeBron outside. So it's New York picking up the win. It was a fantastic ball game.